partnership on this issue. I join you to request your favorable review of H2984, an act relative to affordable rental housing. And of course, I leave it to your good judgment to look at the differences in these bills, and I'm certainly supportive of extensive efforts to address housing security for our renters. In my time as a representative over the last 2 years, this legislature has led in updating our legal framework regarding housing supply and protections, and in appropriating significant funding for programs and resources that address housing stability. This bill complements our ongoing attention for programs and resources that are attuned to the housing crisis in Massachusetts. It's one of the most expensive states to live in for renters, and this bill offers an additional lever in supporting their financial stability. Specifically, H2984 increases our income tax deduction for rental payments for an individual's primary place of residence for the first time in more than 20 years. This bill would propose to increase it by 33% from $3,000 to $4,000. As you just heard, we last updated the deduction amount in 2001. The legislature's intent in establishing this provision and then increasing it 21 years ago undoubtedly has been to provide relief to our renters. And acknowledging that I'm no tax scholar, but going a bit to Representative Dome's question, our country long has found ways to incentivize and support home ownership through our tax codes. Meanwhile, nearly 40% of Massachusetts residents are renters. Renters pay taxes too, and our rental tax deduction is an admirable recognition by this general court that their payments for housing security should receive some acknowledgement in our tax provisions. That said, absent an update to our statute, our intent to support our renters is not meaningfully realized at present time, as the deduction amount has not kept pace with a significant rise in costs of living and the proportion of renters' income that goes to their rents. The National Low-Income Housing Coalition reports that half of all low-income renter households and 1 in 5 middle-income renter households are cost-burdened or severely cost-burdened in Massachusetts. Increasing the statutory tax deduction for rent payments would be a strategy for responding to this challenge. Additional analysis included in my written testimony indicates that the fair market rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Massachusetts rose 98.83% from 2000 to 2020. Adjusting for inflation, that is a 29.11% rise in median rent. These data underscore the outdated nature and consequent undersized relief of our current tax income deduction. An update to the general law is needed to reflect the economic realities of the current day for the nearly 40% of Massachusetts residents who are renters. H2984 offers a timely and appropriate proposal to do just that, and I urge you to act favorably on this topic this session. Thank you so much.